Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Fix this. My beautiful feathers falling down. This one kind of belongs over here. I'm not too OCD about it, but yeah, I feel like they go where they want to go. But yeah, there we go. That's better. This angel, I had my Buddha fell because the cats knocked it over. I have to find him. For now, I have this little wax angel, which I can't leave her in the window too long because she will get melted. We don't want to melt our angel. That's not a good thing. Oh, you guys, well, I'm sure you've been reading the updates about the trial going on. I mean, this is the second week of the trial, but really the first week of the real activity, because last week was jury selection and all that. So yesterday 45 fell asleep again, as you know, but here's what's interesting, and this helps prove my point about the narcissism thing. So 45, apparently this was seen, when his defense team spoke about him, to defend him, so good things about him to the jury, to the judge, etc., his eyes were open and he looked at the jury. He seemed happy, he seemed alert, good things are being said about me. But when the prosecution team were saying bad things, and it was Pecker, can't make this stuff up, the names of the characters, Barr, all these names in his cabinet, and his character, his novel of characters in this crime novel, they whatever. So Pecker, he said some things that 45 didn't like, and of course 45 checks out on that. And what does he do? Well, okay, I thought this was really interesting. So that proves my point, that he falls asleep, or pretends at least to be asleep, checks out totally, like leaves his body, leaves this universe when people are saying things about him he doesn't like. So that tells me that a lot of the stuff that the jury candidates were saying last week was not good, because he was checking out of that too. So okay, so Pecker talks about him yesterday, and then afterwards looks at 45 and says hi, which kind of like in your face. Now, was it a hi, I'm sorry, I just ratted you out and told all our secrets? Or was it, I mean, who knows? I could intuitively sit here and say, he felt bad, and would you go to, let's say you had a mobster who ruined your life and you'd work for them, bad choice, you worked for them, they ruined your life, you've gone to prison, you've been in the court system, ruined your name, and would you just say hi? Would you say hi to your ex-abuser or whoever that may be? No, you'd be scared or pissed. So I think it was a hi, as in your face, tongue-in-cheek, hi. Because when these people go to prison and have to rat him out and take plea deals, then they're dead to him. They're dead. They're traitors. They're rats. 45 has no use for them anymore. He's not going to bail them out. He's not going to support them anymore. So that was kind of the kiss of, like, Judas, I feel like, when, I believe it was Pecker. Now I'm getting him confused with Weisselberg, because Weisselberg's supposed to get on the trial sometime. I know it's Pecker again today, I believe. Anyway, also 45 was extremely upset that the jury selection happened so fast. Like I said, they pre-planned how it would go, not who they would pick. Can't plan that. You have to have a good selection of honest people on the jury, but they did have rules so that it would go fast, because they knew there would be, like, if 45 had strikes and unlimited strikes, they would never get out of there, and he would have kept them there forever, so that he never was found guilty, and so he's waiting for his immunity. So today they started off, and I wish that the jury was in there for this. And I wish we could watch the trial. Why? If we could watch the O.J. Simpson trial, why can't we watch this trial? I feel like this is serious. I feel, because we really honestly, for entertainment purposes only, had the 2016 election stolen from us, Democrats, I feel like we should be able to watch it. I really do. Um, it's kind of upsetting, but at least we have these minute-to-minute accounts from people who are there. George Conway's there. Katie Fang is there. And, well, anyway, so they had to do this pre-trial hearing about his violation of the gag order, and did he violate the gag order? So 45's, one of his lawyer, Blanche, says, well, he knows what the gag order is and what he can and can't do, but he didn't violate it. Clearly he did. So he said, yeah, 45 knows what the gag order says. He's cognizant of what it says. So then you have to define, did he violate? Well, yeah, he violated it. So one thing that Judge Merchan pointed out was that 45 didn't just repost Jesse Waters' comment on the Fox News. He actually took time to put quotes and write it out himself. He didn't retweet it. He wrote it verbatim and then tweeted it himself. So, okay. The other thing that happened was, as Todd Blanche was trying to say that it was okay, and there was two rules of law in the courtroom. One rule of law for 45 and the other for the rest of us. And Judge Merchan did not like that. And he pretty much said to Todd Blanche, you are doing a horrible job. You are representing yourself horribly. That's why I wish the jury had been in there for that, because this now has affected how Judge Merchan sees 45 and his lawyers, and how they represent and how they follow law and rules. Clearly they don't. Clearly they think they have their own set of laws that they can abide by. So as if that wasn't bad enough. So it's set the tone. As if that wasn't bad enough, they took a break before the jury comes in for for Pecker. That's never not going to be funny. So on the break, 45, Truth Social's out that Judge Merchan is a bad judge and it's a kangaroo court and blah, 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 blah. Pretty much pissing off. It doesn't violate the gag order because Judge Merchan is not included in the list of people you can't talk about. Although 45 did talk about Michael Cohen last night. Anyway, it's just like, why would you do that unless you want to be thrown in jail? I think that 45, part of him wants to be thrown in jail for the martyrdom of it. And he also realizes that they won't put him in a real jail. It would just be that back room. So he's pushing the envelope, but another part of him doesn't want to. That's a bad look. I saw some poll numbers today. Biden's ahead. And this, like I said, this is not even about what the verdict will be in this trial and others. This is about the verdict of public opinion. And 45 has shown himself not only with the horrible body, the stuff, the farting, which again, everybody passes gas. That's a human thing. It's but we have etiquette, right? We have etiquette, and we wouldn't, if we had an issue, we would take care of it if we had to be in a public setting all the time. I mean, because you have etiquette and you care about other people. Clearly 45, but he's a narcissist, so I'm not going to go into all that. I already said the reason why he's like I said it, an ogre. I just saw it again. He's like an ogre. He's a different sort of person, and he doesn't care about other people. He's living in his own bubble. So was I going to, the court of public opinion. Yeah, that has affected the court of public opinion, that he's an ogre. And that he has no control over himself. He can't control what he writes or what he says. And then when he has no concern for other people's opinions, so he just falls asleep. I don't care what they have to say. I'm just going to fall asleep because I don't care. That shows he doesn't listen unless it's about him and good stuff about him. Good stuff about him. That is just so egotistical, messed up. It's messed up, right? So it doesn't matter if he loses or wins this case or the next or the next. The public opinion of him is bad. And I'll tell you something, my son, who's kind of like, he doesn't like 45, and he's heard me say all my stuff. I do try to be careful, but you know, obviously, whatever. I ask my kids, what do you think, right? I'll say what I say, but I'll say, I respect what you think. What do you think? My son, after school, I picked him up after school last night, and we're driving home, and he blatantly said, nobody likes 45. Nobody likes him. Everybody hates him. Now, I don't use the word hate, you know, but I know he meant it in a general way, right? But he said that from the mouth of a 17-year-old, my son is 17. He's still my baby though. But from the mouth of a teenager with his peers, and they're savvy on social media. They're all over TikTok. They're all over all social media, YouTube, everything, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. He's seen it all. He's heard it all. He knows. And his classmates at school, he knows. From the words of a true American who will be a voter next year, right? He can vote next year. People don't like 45. People aren't going to vote for him. That's what he said. I didn't say it. He said it. Now, I know spiritually, with my spirit guides, you know, psychically, what they've told me, and a lot of us have gotten this too, there's no way in hell 45 is coming on. And I love, okay, this is so good. Kim from Intuitive View, she said this a while back, because someone asked her, I'm scared. They said, I'm scared that 45 will be voted back in office. And they said that another reader had said that 45 was going to win next year. And she said, she paused and she listened to her guides, and she said, I'm not getting that. I'm not seeing that at all. He's not going to win. And she said, you know what my spirit guide just told me? We already learned that lesson. 45 came along, and yes, we had to learn a really horrible lesson. He already awakened us, and those who had to ascend, ascended, and all that. And happy rapture again. Another rapture, right? Still here. Anyway, how many raptures are we going to have? Oh, and by the way, the full moon today ended the eclipse energy. So whatever changed has changed. Okay. But I love that Kim said that. That just like is so good. And her spirit guide said that. We already learned that lesson. Why would he come back and teach us that lesson again? We already learned it. Those who needed to learn the lesson have now learned. We've gone through that. And those who haven't learned, obviously, they're never going to. That's such a good, true answer from Spirit. I love that. And take that to heart, because that's really what I've been getting. And again, I've also said that planetary-wise, the universe has been showing me they're pushing him out. He's fighting back. He's the final boss trying to fight back. You know, the final game, you're at the final level and you're having to, you know, whatever. Use all your skills that you've learned for the final boss. He's a final boss, a big narcissist. But the universe is like, nah, we're done with you. And they're slowly pushing him out. This month is huge. May, June, July is huge. And of course, November, he may not even be around. I don't know what that means, but, and I don't wish anyone harm by next November. But yeah, also I said numerologically, 45 is a 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 is an end. Ending. They're done. They're done with him. And so he's changed that. Now he's trying to say he's, didn't he say in 47 now? What is your 47th president? That's not good either. Whatever. It's not right. He's 45. He's over. He's done. But I like Kim's answer. I really love that. And I'm not getting it all. I don't see him winning at all. But I see all this hell we've been through with him and the stress. And, but yeah, don't worry about it, because I mean, I have my moments too where I think I better get that passport. You know, I've been trying to get a passport for a while, but it's like whatever. I know I need to do that. It's funny how in Europe, everybody has a passport. I've been trying to, but every time I'm about to do it, something happens. And then I'm just like, whatever, I'll do it. I'll get to it when I get to it. I even have the form filled out. It's just a matter of getting the stupid photo and getting all that and going to the post office and getting, but something always comes up when I'm going to do that on the day I'm going to do it. But whatever. Part of me must still be scared. I don't know. But let me tell you this again. I have those moments where I think I'm going to get my passport finally and I'm going to get the hell out of here. It's all good. And other people say, well, we're heading into we've been heading into World War II Gestapo-ish activity. No, we're heading out of that. We just went through that. And we also saw a lot of it with this whole Palestine-Israel thing, where all of a sudden everybody hates Jewish people. I don't understand that at all. I have compassion for both sides, and I think President Biden does too, and he's been trying to help both sides. By the way, okay, going back. So we've already gone through that. We're heading out of that. And I got chills. We're heading into the age of Aquarius. It's getting bigger. It's getting fuller. The eclipse pushed us into that energy. I felt it that day. We're heading into the age of Aquarius. Kitty, are you okay? Kitty, she's in the suitcase. Are you? Yes. Here, come here. Come here, Kitty. Oh, because he has peeps in there. That's why. My son has a suitcase that he takes to his dad's house, and there's peeps in there. And Kitty is a marshmallow fiend. Keep going. So, okay. The Ukraine. I've talked about this. That John McCain, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Frederick Douglass, they were all there. They helped Mike Johnson and the others pass this bill for the money for Ukraine and lots. It was not only that, it was a lot of money for other causes that are necessary, that are humanitarian causes. It was a big, bold, beautiful day in the heavens cheered. And it saved democracy. I can't even tell you how big, what was it, Friday or Saturday when that bill passed, how big that was. That was huge. That alone, what does that tell you? People like MTG, and Russia is like cheering her on and showing pictures of her, our hero. No, she's not. She's not our hero, that's for sure. She's not ours. She is on the wrong side. Oh, these people are trying to take away our liberty. They're literally on the side of the entity that we fought in the Revolutionary War. That's literally what she is, what she represents. She's on the side of the Civil War that lost, that tried to take over freedom. Don't tell us what to do. Don't take away our freedom. But what about, it was a freedom for all humans. That's what the Civil War was. It wasn't just for emancipation of slaves. It was for freedom for all, because we had to finally adhere to the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. And the Confederate Army, as much as they thought, and I know there was, whatever, real humans, real people who died, who fought and died. But that was them trying to, an attempt to take over what America stands for, which is supposed to be freedom of humanity. Marjorie Taylor Greene says, they're trying to take away my freedom, our freedom. No, you're trying to take away everybody else's freedom. So you can have your horrible, rotten, disgusting racism and everything else. Fascism. No, you don't get that freedom. Your freedom of fascism does not override general, democratic, human freedom. And that was stopped. That was stopped the other day. And yeah, I mean, do I like Mike Johnson? No, I don't like Mike Johnson. But I can give him kudos like I did for Pence when Pence saved America when he didn't concede to 45's wishes on January 6th. So, sometimes sometimes bad people can be heroes when they make a good decision. And isn't that what life is really all about? When somebody who finally does something good and the light pierces the dark. So I keep wanting to say Mike Johnson. Is that his name? Mike Douglas, Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson. Sounds like a hotel. Anyway, I can give him credit. But he still has a lot of work to do. Okay. I think that's about it. So what do I think is going to happen today? Okay, I like to do this. What's going to happen today? So they're going to talk to Pecker. Pecker is going to spill some tea. He's going to spill some tea about 45, and he has to save himself. He has to. I think that 45 is going to have an outburst today. Objection! Or tell his lawyer, write something to his lawyer. There's going to be some trouble. And believe me, Judge Merchan is not happy right now with 45. He does not have a good taste in his mouth over this guy. Yeah, I think there's going to be an outburst. There's going to be more violations of the gag order. Yeah. Okay, so the other thing is, why is Melania not in the courtroom? Why are there no family members in the courtroom? I think that well, they don't want to be there. They don't want to be there. They're busy, but also 45 said, yeah, you don't have to be there. He doesn't want them to hear all of this, because even though he knows that they know everything, he still has them gaslit to a certain point, and he doesn't want them to hear this, especially Melania, and it's just, not a good look. So he's asked them to stay away. In his heart, whatever that little heart of black coal is inside his body, 45 wishes they were there. He's grumbling about it. He's thinking to himself, yeah, why aren't they here? But he really doesn't want them to be there to hear that. The truths about him and his actions. Karen McDougal, an affair. Stormy Daniels, cheap sex. The things he said to her. She's going to say what he said to her. Things about Ivanka. He doesn't want them to hear this. He doesn't want them to see this worst part of him, even though they've really already seen it. But yeah, he doesn't want that. What's the other thing? Why is Melania selling cheap necklaces on the day her husband is on trial? Why is she selling? Because it's a grift through her for him. It will end up with for campaign money. It's like Lara Trump said, yeah, why don't you do this? It's a good look, and it'll help make money for the campaign, because we don't want him to lose it, because we'll all go to jail. So it really is, Melania is just a nice little thing that she thought would look nice, make her look nice in time for Mother's Day. Oh, that's what it is too. Because his affairs and everything make her look like cheap, and it cheapens their marriage. So she's doing this to put the attention on mothers and motherhood around Mother's Day, and to say she's a great mother, she has great values, she loves mothers, thus he must love mothers too. Well, he cheated on a mother, so that's why she's doing it. That's why she's trying to replace that image of him cheating on her with, I'm such a great mother and I honor mothers. Well, she doesn't give a shit. I don't care, do you? She said it herself. She didn't care when mothers had their babies ripped out of their arms and put in cages at the border. She didn't care. I don't care, do you? I tried to defend her with that, but I couldn't. After a while, I was like, yeah, I can't defend her. So yeah, that's why she's doing that. It is a grift to make money, but it's also mostly to make her look good as a mother, so he looks good. All right, that's it. I think that's it. And all right, and here's Kitty. Hey, Kitty, you want to say anything? Did you try to get peeps? You know you can't have them. No peeps for you. All right, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for listening. Bye.